following show contains adult content. It's not our intent to offend anyone, but we want to inform you that if you are a child under the age of 18 or get offended easily, this next show may not be for you. The content, opinions, and subject matter of these shows are solely the choice of your show hosts and their guests, and not those of the Entertainment Network or any affiliated stations. Any comments or inquiries should be directed to those show hosts. Thank you for listening.
To the Adventures of Pipeman on W4CY Radio.
Wake up, America! It's time for the Adventures of Pipeman on W4CY.com, West Palm Beach's #1 internet radio station. Here's your host, the Pipeman.
Yo! Happy Tuesday. It's Travel Tuesday on the Adventures of Pipeman. And so this is something we talk about a lot, but now we made a special segment because there's so much to talk about. First of all, we have the Pipeman Radio Tour. So on this theme Tuesday, every Tuesday, we'll talk about any of the adventures on the Pipeman Radio Tour, either coming up or that we just experienced. Like today, we'll probably talk about the Renaissance Festival and the South Florida Fair and Shipwrecked a little bit because we already talked some about it, but those two I just did over the weekend, and Venom Inc. on the Pipeman Radio Tour. But also, we're going to talk about just traveling in general, and that's where the Pipeman Homeless Tour comes in. And we'll explain what that is later in the show. And then we also have a new thing that we're developing right now, and this is where we will feature a lot of it, is basically, all kinds of different travel adventures, surf trips and stuff for people that have cardiac disease. And I say this, it sounds weird, but we're going to explain it later, but especially the surf trips. So that's where Surf for the Heart comes in. We'll talk about that. But in the meantime, let's bring on the Pipe Nuts, and I'll introduce them one at a time, but let's bring them all on the screen, and we'll see how they relate to this show. We'll start with Rebel Medler, the Swamp Nut. She's on the show here because she has absolutely no experience in traveling, and it is in her secluded forest of Louisiana. So much so that when she has come to Florida, she freaks out about the normal everyday 21st century things that we have, like actually making sure people don't get STDs, and like locks on screen doors, and the multitude of other things that I think she was in a different universe when she came to Florida, because Louisiana is still back in pre-Civil War times. So welcome, Rebel. Is any of that true?
Well, we're not back. No, not all of it. Not some of it.
Oh, so
yes,
some of it
no.
is. Okay, so let's talk about what's true and what's not true.
There's no forest here. It's more bayou, so therefore not stuck in a little forest in Louisiana. I'm sure they do have forestries, but not knocking them whatsoever. But it's more bayou.
It's much
here,
easier to hide your prey in the bayou than in the forest, isn't it, Rebel?
Yes.
Okay, next.
Yes. They don't find the bodies. So
That's right.
Anyway, back to yes, it was weird to have a lock on the screen door because I didn't see a point of having to lock the screen door, but it's okay. As far as the
wait, let's discuss that part for a second. How many, because she never heard of locks on a screen door. Okay, in Canada, Dr. Nicole Fortin, in Canada, do they exist? You probably don't even have screen doors because it's so freaking cold that nobody needs to open their door and have the screen door open, but just in case.
No, yeah, the doors shut all the time. No, we have screen doors. And I remember a time where you never locked the screen door. And now you would lock the screen door.
But they had the locks, you just never used them, right?
Yeah, probably. Yeah, probably.
See?
Well, this is like an
Rebels
open
seen
door,
one.
open door policy, in your community. It's like, especially like certain parts where you just kind of walk into your neighbor's place,
Okay.
You have
And then,
key locks on a screen door?
hey, you know what?
key
I
lock?
just thought
No.
of it.
A key lock? Just
I
like
just thought of your name, Nicole.
you got to lock the screen door and then the main door, right?
Yeah. So maybe you should
What's that?
become on this show your health nut. How about that? That's your
Health nut.
yeah, that's
Yeah, I
your
could
name.
do the health nut.
Because you're the health guru of the show. Okay. So
The wigged out mystical nut. Yeah.
and you'll participate with your health advice for traveling because like that's things we'll talk about. Like you can't just go anywhere and do the same thing you do at home. Just saying,
Yeah. And I mean, like health and travel has driven my entire, existence. So I love travel and everything about it. And all the lessons you learn and the health tips along the way.
Well, that's why we brought you on because
Healing.
you are
a
traveling nomad like myself.
Totally.
And so
and I have something to share too about your surfing adventures.
Oh, really?
Very Yeah, there's some cool Chinese medicine tidbits I'll add in there.
Oh, we're going to talk about that today. But let's get back to Rebel finishing what I was lying about. Two truths and a lie.
Not
Let's
lying.
find. Okay.
Not lying. Okay. And we are health conscious about STDs. We just don't put them on billboards and
Okay, let me
nonsense.
stop you for a second right there. Okay, Studio Nut. Have you heard of locks on screen doors?
What are screen doors?
Oh, see,
we don't have them here.
Oh yeah, that's true. You guys just have the open door.
No, we have screen doors here in Florida.
We have screen windows.
That's where she saw it. At my place, there was a locking screen door. I have a screen door right next to me here leading out to the balcony. You need screen doors in Florida because the bugs are bigger than birds, okay?
I'm more concerned about the mosquitoes than the bugs, but
well, yeah. Hello. Just hate to tell you, okay? You're sounding like Rebel now. Just so you know, mosquitoes are indeed bugs. Okay?
No, they're insects.
What's the difference between a bug and an insect?
We'll take it with a swamp nut because she was laughing.
Swamp nut, what's the difference between a bug and an insect?
Well, the mosquito is the national bird of Louisiana. So
It's the national bird of Florida,
oh my God.
too.
That sounds
I bet you
intense.
ours are bigger than yours.
That's why you need the cold, the deep
that's
freeze.
what he
to kill
said.
them off.
Okay. All right.
Mm.
Who's the offender, Dr. Nicole Fortin? Shut your freaking phone off.
No, that wasn't me.
Okay.
But I
No, it
do
was
have
me.
some
Hold on, I
business.
have an emergency.
You have an emergency. Uh-oh. That's
Emergency.
not good.
That's a good, do you ever travel with emergency? A little
No, airborne,
New-
no. I prefer airborne over emergency.
uh
Because emergency is just C. Problem is with all those anyway, though, you got to be very careful because when you take all that, vitamin C, then you get kidney stones. That's how it started for me, and now now I'm stuck with them. Okay, so
ouch.
since she's taking a personal call, and we're just going to make fun of her facial expressions and stuff that she's live on the air and we get to see everything. Okay. There we go. Let's focus in on this personal call.
That's so funny.
I think she's trying to tell you something, Juan.
Yeah, I didn't go to mime school, so I'm not sure what she's. I think she's saying unmute my microphone.
Wait, it's funny that you brought up mime because in my travels, okay, and when I say travels, I do mean the Renaissance Festival this weekend in South Florida. There was a mime that talks. So we'll talk about that later in the show. Tell me if that
That-
makes sense to you.
That's an oxymoron.
Yeah, you would think, but we have jumbo shrimp too, and mean Canadians too. Not Nicole, but that's kind of an oxymoron, a mean Canadian. Like, you're not even really a Canadian if you're a mean Canadian. Like, I know somebody who's a Canadian who's living in Florida, and all that person does is talk shit about Canadians. How you talk shit about your own people? Oh, wait a minute. I'm in Florida, and these people are a bunch of nutcases, so I guess I understand.
Yeah, it happens.
I
It
think
happens for sure.
I think that happens when Canadians hang out with Americans a little too much.
Well, it's like anybody that comes to America, they get Americanized. You know, American men go over to like the Philippines to get really good wives, and they make the dumb move instead of or Thailand or any of those places. And instead of staying over there, they bring them over here. And the American women, especially in Florida, they will basically corrupt these women that were nice women and turn them into the American women that those men were trying to avoid. So, advice for you travelers that go to other countries for brides, live there with the bride. You're better off, okay? Just saying. Okay, so there's the first travel tip of the day.
That's how we're starting it.
That's how we're starting it. Well, because Rebel's got to take a personal phone call and just screwed up the whole show.
No,
Because
I am so sorry, but I have two announcements. I think there's a drug deal going on outside.
And we're wondering why she doesn't understand signs to get free STD testing.
No.
Like,
I think there's a drug bust. Let me be specific, not a drug deal. I think there's a drug bust going on outside, like where we could see the cop cars, like, and the detectives.
Well, go
around.
out there and report on it, Rebel. I mean, come on.
Are
What
they
are you
at
doing?
your door?
If that happened
Live.
near me, you can be sure I'm going mobile and I'm going to be the roving reporter for the show. I expect the same of you, Rebel. I can't get to Louisiana right now.
They have guns. I ain't going.
You have something better.
Guns.
Who has
Did you suspect any like activity happening around the house?
Listen, she's not telling you the whole truth, okay? I'm just saying. She's worried about the police's guns, okay? So what does that tell you?
I don't want to get shot.
See? Okay,
Don't get
which
in the
brings
way.
me back to something else, okay? Juan, and I'm going to direct this towards you because, you know, of your tan. Let's put it that way, okay?
I'm right by the window, so you know.
Yeah. Okay. So imagine this. Okay, you're in the studio right now. Imagine you're doing a live broadcast event, and it's Pipeman and Rebel, and you're backing up. I'm backing up a vehicle at 2 a.m. to the office complex there. Okay.
Oh my God.
All right. And so, and then we got like all this like expensive equipment. And so the police come into the parking lot and they shine the Q beam on us. Now,
First they
wait. Don't say a word. Don't say a word. Juan.
Yes.
What would you do if you were Rebel in the passenger seat of my vehicle when this happens?
Honest answer, I would hide. I'm not in the car. I'm not here. Please just
now
go
let
away.
me tell you what Rebel did, and you tell me how you show us your reaction, okay?
Like my first reaction would
and
be
this
to go
does
down,
have
like-
to do with travel, because like maybe this is okay in Louisiana to do. I don't know, but okay. Here's what happens: they shine the Q beam on. She gets out of the car before
No.
they say get
No.
out of the car. She starts walking towards them.
Look, if they see you, I think the best thing to do is just like put your hands up so they see that you're not
Oh,
carrying
they were
anything.
telling her to get back in the car, and she's like, why? She was literally asking why. 2 a.m., you're packed up with thousands of dollars of stuff at a business complex. I wonder why. Okay. And she just still to this day can't get why the police did what they did.
And that was it? That was the end of it? Like they just left after that, or?
No, she caused us a lot of problems like she just wouldn't get back in the car, man. Like I'm sitting in the car, I'm like, what the fuck are you doing, Rebel? She's
He did not identify himself. He just
He's like
shone a light on us. Huh?
He's a cop.
and so wait, he doesn't identify himself, so let's walk up to his car in case he's not a cop and he shoots us. Okay, go ahead.
He flashed a light at you. He wasn't asking any questions. Just let it be. Like
he sat in the parking lot before he rolled up on us and was watching us. It's like,
got over to PA and said, "Stay in the car." Like over his cop thing. He has the sirens on, the Q beam on. He's got the lights going, the Q beam on. It says, "Stay in the car." And she keeps coming towards him. "Ma'am, please get back in the car."
So I ask you, do I really look that dangerous to you?
It doesn't matter. Like, did what's her name look dangerous? If you take any of the female people that have been up for murder, did they all look dangerous? No, they didn't look dangerous. Okay? It doesn't matter. It's 2 a.m. with a vehicle backed up to an office with thousands of dollars of equipment.
Let me just put it this way. You do realize that most serial killers don't have gang tattoos or like they look like normal people. Most of them are very attractive. You never know.
And charmers. Like
that's part of the allure, you know? That's part of the game.
They even just never know with the cops. But even they don't get out of the car.
And there have been like instances where it's the sweet old lady that does it, you know?
Plus it's like if that's your first instinct to like immediately go after him. Yeah, they're probably like, whoa.
Like, okay.
Whoa, I think one probably is a murderer, but she doesn't look like one.
But I like how you stand your ground, Rebel. That's good.
Rebel, you're walking at night. You went to the store. You bought some chips or whatever. You were craving a snack. You're walking back. You hear gunshots. Do you run to your house or do you run towards the gunshots to see what happened?
Keep walking, eating the chips on my way home.
Well, let me ask you a question, Juan. Had that been you opposed to Rebel, what would have happened if you were approaching the vehicle?
No, I probably would have been in handcuffs like in 15 seconds.
Or shot.
Me getting out of the car.
Or shot. But you don't look like you're dangerous either. But because she is a white female from Louisiana, it's okay.
That cop was scared. He didn't get out in his car.
I think it depends on the cop. I've never had a good experience with cops. They usually always put handcuffs on you just for their safety. But other than that, like every other interaction, like with them, is been friendly. Other than like them putting you in handcuffs, every interaction you have with them.
You know why? Okay, Kevin Hart put it best. Like he used to think it was because he was black that he got harassed, and then he realized it was just his attitude. And so, like her Louisiana attitude, she's lucky she didn't get arrested. I'll give you another travel adventure of Rebels. She was supposed to be at a festival. Okay, and you know how okay, Nicole, you really would know about this. Okay, you know how you approach the TSA area, and it says you cannot bring a bottle of liquid through security. You either have to drink it or throw it out. Well, she got in an argument with them about that because she refused to do what they said to do. And they literally, she's lucky she didn't get arrested. She got booted from the airport and was not allowed to return till the next day and missed the festival because of her standing her ground.
If you're going to answer me this. If you have water in a container, you can see it's water. Why not let me finish drinking the water? But I can buy water when I pass through TSA, which is bigger than the one I had in my hand.
If TSA tells you to do something, you just do it, period, because they're not, yes.
I don't fly.
Yes, because you can go to jail. There's terrorist shit that goes on. They have strict instructions. It could have been anything. Do you know what could have been in there? Shit that could blow up a plane would look like water too.
To drank it before I went through so the bottle would be empty. But no, they refused to let me do that.
Oh,
They
so
wanted
what did
me
you
to throw it
accomplish,
away.
child? Louisiana people are children. What did you accomplish? You missed work, you missed the festival, and you had me giving you shit because how the hell do you miss a
Understood.
festival because you won't listen to the people at the TSA check?
Okay, so wait a minute. At what point do we say, no, I'm not going to listen to you? When they
Well,
bring you in
hold
the
on.
Yeah, they
Hold
wanted
on.
they wanted you to just throw it
Yeah,
out.
pick
like,
your
not
battles.
drink
Let-
it.
Pick your battles. Just
Before we
throw out
start
the
judging
water.
her, let's get all the facts straight. What kind of water was
Yeah.
it?
water, spring.
And it was your
What
it was your
was it
water
like
bottle.
Fuji water?
No.
Was it Vivian
Yeah.
water?
They wanted her to throw out her water bottle instead of just
No,
drinking
it
and
was
carry it through.
it was an actual water bottle. She misunderstood.
If it looked like
It
this,
looked like that. It looked like that, but it was
just
her.
throw it out.
See, you gotta speak Louisiana language
Okay.
to her, okay? She thinks
Okay.
when you're saying her water bottle, the one she bought at the store with the water in it, that's her water bottle.
Sorry, yeah, of course it is. Sorry, I was thinking, but if you bring you can travel with your own nicer, bigger liter.
They'll make you throw
My
out the
own
water.
Yeah,
Just
so
pour,
if it's like a
just
tumbler,
throw the water out.
you just
Yeah.
dump the water out, but you can
They didn't
still
want me to
take the
do that.
tumbler.
They wanted me to throw it away. It was in a BPA-free water bottle. And
Okay.
they said, no, I couldn't keep it. They wanted
All right,
me to
so
throw
here's
it
your
away.
question. What
Strange.
always
There's
think-
sometimes you get strange things traveling.
Well,
like
I
that.
always think when I'm doing something, before I do it, I'm like, what am I looking to accomplish? So let me ask you, Rebel. I know the answer. You got to keep your water bottle, but what did you accomplish? What did you really accomplish? You missed a whole fucking festival and work and experiences for a water bottle.
It wasn't just the water bottle. It was my personal. Why can
Okay,
Tom,
I'm
Dick,
done
Jane, and
talking to
Harry
you
get
about the
through?
shit. It's been years and you still defend your actions, okay? All right, next. All right, I don't even want to go through the rest of this stuff, whether it's lie or truth, because you're proving just how screwed up you are right here. Like,
Oh
I
my
mean,
goodness.
and no wonder the South didn't win the war and will not rise again. Okay? Like the only South that's rising again is Mexico to take over the South. And I hope that happens because we need to get rid of you people and bring Mexico in.
What is this? You people.
You Louisiana people.
Don Cherry got fired for saying that.
You people.
People.
You people. Hey, you people. Okay, so let's go to other travel adventures, okay? All right, so I'm going to ask each one of you, where is the most memorable place that you traveled to? And no, Rebel, we're not talking about to the next parish, okay? All right, so each one of you will start with one and we'll go around like clockwise. What place gave the most impact to you anywhere in the world, including this country, just not in Louisiana? No, go ahead.
Like recent travel or just in general?
Anytime in your whole life.
Well, I recently traveled to the South Florida Fair. That was fun.
All right. Okay, so let's talk about that.
Well,
okay. So
well
Juan
played.
came with the Pipeman and experienced what it's like to be at the South Florida Fair. Now, I just want to say one thing. Okay. So I found somebody like you, Rebel, because I went to a Renaissance Festival on Sunday, and I thought this person was a grown adult that I wouldn't have to ask this and wasn't one of my kids. But as we're pulling up, I knew I should have said before, do you have your ID with you? No, I never carry my ID. First of all, I just want to tell everybody in the world that travels, even if you're going to the next street, it is the law that you must have your ID at all times. So if you are an adult, I shouldn't have to ask you if you have your ID. And it should be your real ID. In fact, now they have the Florida real IDs now. So
Yep.
it won't fly. But anyway, Juan got to go do the South Florida Fair with me. He had no problems getting in, unlike some people. And he
I followed instructions.
He followed instructions, unlike some people. And, you know, unlike other people, okay, I got to be fair and make fun of everybody, okay? He was not up my ass trying to catch up to me or nothing. He was doing his thing, taking the pictures while I was doing my thing, flirting with girls.
I so wanted it to pull on Nicole and just like glue to you the whole time. But it was just like there were so many like opportunities for pictures to be taken. So I was like, okay, I need to walk around.
Most of the time I was looking around. I'm like, where is he? Oh, okay, he's over there. Good. Like it was so like peaceful.
Wow.
Nice.
Like I was there, but I was not there.
He did.
Oh, that's hilarious. Good. Good for you.
So yeah. And thank God he wasn't, because like it's not my jam. If it is yours, more power to you, but it's not my jam.
Peanut
Okay.
butter and jam.
And okay, so tell us about your experience at the South Florida Fair on Saturday. It was basically the closing weekend of the fair. We had the classic rock tribute competition. We were literally there, okay, from 9:30 till he left at, what did you leave at? Like 6?
I think it was like around 6:30.
No, it had to be after 7, I think, because it was around 7 because they announced the winners.
because we stayed
like
until the last one. The last one ended at 6:30. So yeah, probably around like 7 something.
So yeah, then the winner got to perform at 8 o'clock. And by the way, they did have a different set. So my hats off to the winners, because usually the winners just play the same set again. So that was cool. And they played some cover songs. It was a fun time. And the people I was around, they got even drunker. And we can talk about that too. So yeah, let's ask you, Juan, what was your experience with drunk people?
Oh man, there was this one guy that he was just like he wasn't even like lucid anymore. Like he was just like,
I had to pick him up
random.
at one point. He was on the ground. He was on the ground. People were making fun of him, and he stretched his arm out. So I picked him up.
Yeah, he was saying I should go sit down, but he never did.
No, he never did. But he did. He took a little power nap somewhere on the ground or something. Came back later, stronger than ever. Okay, but
he rallied. He rallied and came back.
Yeah, he was so into it, though. He was so into it. I loved him because he was a fan of every band. He knew every word, and he was just, and he loved that Juan would photograph him. Like he was posing.
He asked me for pictures.
Had him do it. Like he had him do it like it was his personal photographer. He was the star of the show. I just got to say.
Yeah,
Okay?
he kept running and jumping like on the front of the stage.
And then I just want to give information to people, especially Rebel's wearing sunglasses right now. If you're going to wear sunglasses that you don't want people to see your eyes, get darker ones. Okay? Because it's very informative when people are wearing sunglasses and they think nobody can see their eyes. Just saying.
Eyes and ears are out.
Well, no, seriously, because okay, so there was this woman that kept staring over at me, but she was wearing sunglasses, so and I had peripheral vision, so she had no idea I was catching her staring at me the whole time.
Yeah.
So
The things you have to put
so
up
then
with
I
when you go
so
out.
then
Oh my.
so then I offered her the Groupon.
Yeah. That's good.
In fact, Juan, for anybody traveling around the world or to the South Florida Fair, maybe we should play the commercial, because then, listen, ladies, you don't have to stare through your sunglasses. Just buy the Groupon and you can test the product out.
Are you tired of the same old bed and breakfast? Come visit the Pipe Cave, where you can service the Pipeman all night long, and then serve the Pipeman breakfast.
And then get the hell out.
That's the Pipeman Groupon. The Groupon special is normally $199, but today it's on sale for $99. Just call in the show right now. 561-623-9429. And you too can have the Pipeman Groupon. I had the Groupon. You should too.
I heard Rebel is gonna be the new Sally in the reboot of When Harry Met Sally. Do you know that movie? Any of you?
Must have been before my time.
Oh yeah,
It is before your time. I haven't seen it, but I know the part you're talking about.
Yeah, as the infamous. Hey Juan, pull up. Just pull up Google When Harry Met Sally orgasm scene, and when you're ready, let me know, and we'll show everybody instead of explain it. Okay. So anyway,
we need a video for the Groupon. I think you should get on something.
Oh, we
creative.
got a lot of things that I'm making, but like I keep getting deterred by people making mistakes. And then okay, Rebel. Okay, so that means it's your turn, Rebel. Okay, what is the most memorable place that you have traveled to off your street in the world?
Disney World.
That's it. That's it.
Yeah, I've never left the country. Don't know if they'll let me. No,
they definitely
I can leave
are
the
not.
country. But I can't do it on a plane.
She wouldn't even know what to do in another country.
No, probably not.
Okay,
you
so
can't bring your own water.
it's funny you mentioned Disney because there was, like, I have this question on the dating sites that is like, well, I didn't pick it. It's like it has ones you pick, but I did pick it. I didn't write them, but it's like, what would be the most iconic first date? And somebody answered Disney. And I would totally do that. I've actually done that, but it was Universal.
Better choice, depending on who you're going with.
I like Universal better, but I like both. I like all theme parks. I'll go to all of them. Okay.
Speaking of travel and everything, is it Cookie the cruise director or just Cookie?
It is, well, he's Cookie, but he's also Cookie the cruise director. So yes,
how do you want it on the thing?
Cookie the cruise director. I think I already have it there. I already think I filled that one out, but
just making sure.
All right. So before we go on to Dr. Nicole Fortin, that has a wealth of travel experience. Well, I wouldn't call it experience, travel adventures. I don't know how experienced, but okay. She'll tell what hers is. But first, a word from Sally.
You know, I'm so glad I never got involved with you. I just would have ended up being some woman you had to get up out of bed and leave at 3 o'clock in the morning and go clean your andirons. And you don't even have a fireplace. Not that I would know this.
Hold on.
Why are you so upset? This is not about you.
What did I do? I know it was my fault. Now it's fucked up.
What happened?
I don't know. Well, you remove it and restart it because we were both doing it and I screwed it up.
No, it's playing. Like I can play it.
You?
Yes, it is. You are a human affront to all women, and I am a woman.
Hey, I don't feel great about this, but I don't hear anyone complaining.
See what happens when you both do it at the same time? Jeez.
I think they have an okay time.
Why is it doing that?
I mean, how do I know? I know.
Because they...
Yes,
Here,
because
let's take it out and fix it because that's annoying people, I'm sure. Do
What
you know
is?
why it's doing that, Juan?
I don't see what you see. What is it doing on your end?
Echoing. Is it echoing for you guys too?
No.
Not really.
Oh, that's weird. Like, oh, probably because I was the one that put it in and it was echoing to me. So try starting it over.
And leave at 3 o'clock in the morning and go clean your andirons. And you don't even have a fireplace. Not that I would know this.
Why are you getting so upset? This is not about you.
Yes, it is. You are a human affront to all women, and I am a woman.
Hey, I don't feel great about this, but I don't hear anyone complaining.
Of course not. You're out the door too fast.
I think they have an okay time.
How do you know?
I mean, how do I know? I know.
Because they...
Yes, because they...
How do you know that they're really...
What are you saying? That they fake orgasm?
It's possible.
Get out of here.
Why? Most women at one time or another have faked it.
Well, they haven't affected with me.
How do you know?
Because I know.
Oh. Right. That's right. I forgot. You're a man.
What is that supposed to mean?
Nothing. It's just that all men are sure it never happens to them, and most women at one time or another have done it, so you do the math.
You don't think that I can tell the difference?
No.
Get out of here.
Ooh. Oh. Ooh.
Are you okay?
Oh. Oh, God. Ooh. Oh, God. Oh. 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 Oh.
It's so good.
God.
It's in stereo.
Oh, yeah, right there. Oh. Oh.
I think Rebel just came.
Oh. Oh, God. Oh. Yes. Yes.
It's so good. It's in
Yes. 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 Oh. Oh, yes. 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 Oh. Yes. 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 Oh. 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 Oh, God. Oh.
I'll have what she's having.
So yeah, it was until I refreshed my page, it was feeding back to me. So I thought everybody was hearing that. But yeah.
No, that was
It
just
was
you.
so good. It was in stereo.
Right? So Rebel, that's what you sound like on that commercial right there. Okay, so now here's a big question. Here's a big question. We'll start with you, Dr. Nicole.
Oh.
Have you ever faked an orgasm in a foreign country?
Oh, God. Well, I don't remember.
Lie.
Maybe.
Lie.
It's
That
possible.
means yes. That means yes.
It's possible.
Okay. Rebel, have you ever faked an orgasm on a foreign street? I have to customize for the people
On a
on
foreign
the show.
street? Yes.
Well, yeah, because you've never been out of the country, so of course the answer is no. You dingbat. Okay. Have you? Okay, let me rephrase
On a foreign
it.
street, you said.
Have you ever faked an orgasm? Let's just rephrase the question, okay? So in Louisiana language. Yes. How many times?
Yes.
How many times?
Numerous times.
Well, what the fuck? Why don't you start picking people that can
Numerous
actually
times.
give
Like
you
I can
one?
remember. I don't keep track.
If it's numerous, why don't you? Why aren't you picking new people
Well,
that
you
can
don't know
actually give
until
you
you
one?
do.
I think the KKK just doesn't do it for her anymore.
It's like a traveling
Did you fake the orgasm with the KKK person?
I
No,
did
she
not
didn't.
have sex with him.
Oh, you only performed
Not have sex with him.
fellatio. He didn't perform fellatio on you then. Oh,
No.
well, again, another stupid move. Listen, let me give you women some advice. Okay, let them perform fellatio on you first, because once they're done, you're done. Okay, on.
Sometimes that's all you want.
Have you ever faked an orgasm?
I thought there was gonna be more to that. You just stopped. What is an orgasm?
Yeah, see, I'm telling your girlfriend.
I think I'm too young for this conversation.
I think
no, I have never faked it.
Okay.
I don't think that's a guy thing though.
Yeah, some guys
If-
actually do that.
If he doesn't want to have a baby with you and you keep trying, then yeah, they might fake it. Just
Yep, there's one good example. Or sometimes, okay, they just want to be fucking done. Like, so then you fake the orgasm, so you, and the sexual experience.
Like I just got back from the gym. It was leg day. No, we're not doing this 3 hours.
Yeah, exactly. Okay.
Wait, how does a guy fake it? I mean, you kind of got, you either do or you don't.
There's some evidence, you know.
You know.
I mean, I don't know. Yeah.
Do you go check inside for the evidence? Do you check the condom before it's thrown away? Here, let me inspect your condom before it's thrown away. It'd be very
Don't
easy.
you see it when it pulls out?
That's fair.
Are you looking, Rebel?
You may or may
Is that
not.
what you're
You may or
looking
may
for?
not.
Because obviously they're not doing it right. If you're watching them as they're coming out
you can't help it. I mean, when a guy, wait a minute. When a guy pulls out and stands up to go take it off, you kind of see it. I mean,
what are you talking about? Is that a Louisiana thing? We don't all stand up to take it off. I mean, come on. Like, sometimes it just slips off.
Ew.
Yeah, gross.
That's how you know they didn't fake it, though. They didn't fake it if it slips off.
Unless it got soft and it fell off. I mean,
No. Even when it gets soft, it stays on. And in the old days, okay, it was very painful to wear a condom in the old days. I'm just saying. Because...
Yeah, like pigs.
No, because
pigs' intestines or something.
You had pubic hair. And it would always get stuck in the condom, and as you're rolling it, it's rolling the pubic hair. Have you ever pulled on your pubic hair? It hurts.
Oh my gosh!
It hurts more than pulling any other hair. Okay.
No, really? No, it doesn't. It's actually.
I would say it's second to nose hairs.
Well, no. You know what's the worst? I've had this done. I didn't do it up. The person when I do it, I was like, okay, go ahead. I will never ever do this again. I don't even have ear hair, and she waxed my ear, and that is the most painful shit ever. Okay, yeah, exactly. I'd rather hang by my nose hair than do waxing of my ear hair ever again. Okay, I do have one ear hair that's like on the outside of my ear, on like the edge of it, and it's like an inch long. It's like just one pain in the ass. Like I have one pain in the ass hair that's like right next to my nose. And it's like, if you see me start going like this, you know what's going on. This shit's annoying the shit out of me. I'm tweezing that shit out, but I'm a man. No, I'm a man. I'm not going to go buy tweezers. I'm just going to do it myself. Like men, it's just like the man fixing the toilet by himself, you know, and then the wife has to call the plumber without telling the husband. After. Okay. Speaking of plumbing,
did that happen to you once?
No. Speaking of plumbing, though, I'm a Jew, man. I didn't want to do that shit. I hired it. Thing one used to get pissed at me because I hired people to do that shit. I'm like,
you would rather hire one of me.
Yeah, exactly. You said it, not me. Okay.
Do you mean a man when you say that, or you go somewhere else with that one?
We don't even want to touch that even further than it went. Okay. Okay. No.
Because I'm gonna be honest with you. Like I have never hired anyone to fix anything at my house.
See what Jews do. Okay, because here's the way I look at it. Okay, so I was in the investment business. And a specific thing, mowing the lawn. I fucking hate mowing the lawn. And it bothers, I have sinus issues, so it bothers my sinuses. So if I can pay somebody $75 for the month, white person, by the way, $75 for the month to mow my lawn, okay? And I can go to work and make thousands. Like, you're an idiot if you're mowing your own fucking lawn. Like, that's just stupid. I took thing one, like on our anniversary once, as an example, to Paris for the weekend. She was upset that I didn't mow the lawn, that I paid somebody to mow the lawn.
Wait, Paris, Texas?
I should have stayed home.
You should have, yeah.
Mowed the lawn.
You could have saved the trip.
Wait a minute.
The money that you pay the guy to mow the lawn.
Paris, France.
No, Paris, France. Actually, it was... Talk about travel stories. I will tell this travel story then. I am a master at pulling off surprises. Maybe I'm a master. Maybe it's just the women I'm with are stupid. I'm not sure which it is yet. But okay. So seriously though, so it was our anniversary and I was surprised her and taking her in Paris. First of all, she had never been out of the country except like Jamaica and the Caribbean and stuff like that. She didn't have a passport. I literally facilitated getting a passport for her. Okay. Getting her to the airport at JFK, and we had a layover in Washington Dulles. Now, her biological father lives near that airport. So we get to the airport, and she didn't know where we were going. And I was, every time she tried to, like they said something, the plane or I just blocked that. She was easy for that anyway. It was easy to distract her. And she'd admit it. So I'm not saying anything.
That's the first time you said that about her.
Yeah, well, and she'd admit it. She'd tell you, so anyway, I mean, if I called her up right now, which that would be funny if I had one caller, but she would tell you the story exactly the way I'm telling it. And I'm the type that I will go way out of my way to pull off a surprise, even where I'll get the woman pissed at me. Like they will be hating my ass. Like I went to Chad and Heather's place for 2 weeks before my second wedding, writing a song. And the future wife was wondering where I am all night, every night for 2 weeks before the wedding. And I wouldn't tell her. And like, I'm lucky I even got married. Well, not really lucky. I'm unlucky that she still went through with it. But okay. So anyway, back to the Paris story. We get to Washington Dulles. And then, so what was really cool is that a flight was delayed. So they offered me to bump us up to first class to fly to Brussels instead of Paris. Now, I couldn't have asked for better luck because thing one has no clue where in the world Brussels is, okay? Kid you not, okay? And so basically I'm like, okay. And then I had her sitting down like across the way and stuff. And we sat down across the way from the gate. She didn't know that was the gate, but we sat across from the gate and she's like, what are we doing? I'm like, well, we're waiting for your dad to pick us up. And she got so pissed at me. You mean to tell me you're taking me to my dad's for our anniversary? Yeah, I thought it'd be a great surprise. I thought you would like to see him. And I just played this whole thing off. And then they're doing the announcement for getting on the plane. And I like wait till the last minute. And then I just grab her. We start riding on the plane. And as we're walking on the plane, I'm telling every airline employee that is on that whole runway onto the plane and the flight attendants and everything, I'm like, don't tell her where we're going. And then we're sitting in the seat. We're in first class. It has the image on the thing of where you're going, the flight map. So she still had no clue. And then when the pilot came on,
good afternoon. Welcome to Flight 562, American Airlines, on its way from from Washington Dulles to Brussels, Belgium. Please fasten your seatbelt and have a safe flight.
During that whole time he was talking, I started talking to her and distracting her, and she couldn't hear a word he said. And so then we land in Brussels. She still has no clue where we are. She doesn't even know we're out of the country. Okay. I could easily.
How long of a flight was that?
It's like, I don't know. It's like 6 or 8 hours, some shit like that. And then
she didn't realize?
I had no clue. I am a master at this shit. I'm like the kid that deny till you die. Like I will pull it off all the way to the end. So then what I did is the flight to Paris was delayed from Brussels. So we were walking over we were supposed to go to Air France. Okay. And I'm walking in the middle of Brussels airport and there's like this big open area and I see one bag. And I'm like, holy fuck, that's my bag. Literally sitting in the middle of Brussels airport. I would have never seen it again by some like somebody was watching over me, guiding me. And so I went and got the bag.
Magic of travel.
I know. I went and got the bag. And thank God, because I would have never had the bag again. And then when I got to Air France, it was like, oh,
the flight is canceled. We will be flying out tomorrow morning. Please come to counter whatever.
And so anyway, I'm like, fuck it, I'm not waiting. So I decide what's known as one of the most iconic train rides in the world. It's the train ride from Brussels to Paris. So that's what we did. So we drove across a whole country, looking out windows. She had no clue where we were until she could see the Eiffel Tower. So from New Jersey all the way to Paris, through multiple planes, a train, never knew we were going till the Eiffel Tower. So there's the story. And then we got up to the top of the Eiffel Tower, and it's super freaking windy up there, man. Like, it's scary up there because it's so windy. Too bad it wasn't a few years later I took her to Paris, because that wind would have been very helpful. Okay, so anyway, Nicole.
Nice. Yeah. Here, present.
Hurry up, because again I'm late and nobody told me.
Yeah.
Okay.
I
said to them yesterday.
That's what happens.
You know.
Keep me on schedule.
All right. So tell us what's the one place in the world?
Oh, I mean, I would say Bali. That's like kind of the one magical place.
Nice.
Also had some, just like you and your story. It's like when you leave things open to possibility, you never know what you're going to encounter. And sometimes those are like the best laid out.
When
trips.
I went to
ones
Bali,
that you didn't really like, you couldn't have planned any better. So that's like, it's memorable to me, my time there.
Yeah. Like with me, as you know, as you just referenced, I went to Bali for 2 months. I changed my whole itinerary for the 2 months the day I got there. Like every bit of it. Booked like 10 different places that were not booked, and changed the experience. And that's my thing to everybody. Okay. Listen, don't just stick to the plan, because you could change your experience completely. And I think my experience at Bali was 10 million times better than it would have been with my original plan. So instead of getting upset when your original plan goes haywire, just go with it and make a new plan. But we missed a lot of stuff today. We're going to talk more next week. We should have talked more about South Florida Fair. So tune in tomorrow to the Adventures of Pipeman, W4CY.com at 1 p.m. And we will talk more about the South Florida Fair. We'll talk more about the Renaissance Festival. And I might even throw in the Surf for the Heart, but we'll talk about that next week. I think we should talk about Bali next week too. And we could have a very cultural show. It'll be Bali and Hammond, Louisiana. Like the two most iconic places in the world. And let's not forget Mexico. Okay, so you got to be equal opportunity. And next week, let's talk about how Juan tried to dupe me in Mexico. That's what we'll talk about next week on Travel Tuesday. Okay, because not only did he try to get me to do something I didn't do, but I just found out at the South Florida Fair that he lied and was duping me and trying to get me to do shit he never did. And you know what? No wonder. That's all I'm going to say. All right. Everybody tune in tomorrow, W4CY.com, 1 p.m. Eastern time. Every Tuesday, don't forget, it's Travel Tuesday. Every Monday is Motivational Monday. And Wednesday, it's just Wacky Wednesday. That's the new name for it. Wacky Wednesday.
Sounds right.
It is freaking wacky. Okay. And you guys are all wacky. And I'm the only normal one here. But thanks for being here. Thanks for traveling with the Adventures of Pipeman. We also have to talk next week more about the Pipeman Homeless Tour. Okay. And we got ticket giveaways and all that stuff. Reach out to me, Pipeman Radio on all socials. Enter to win. We have lots of festival tickets to give away. Meanwhile, Studio Nuts going to roll it for us.
Thank you for listening to the Adventures of Pipeman on W4CY Radio.